Hello, welcome to Super Northwest. Today I've come to a place in Derbyshire called Matlock Bath, and I've come here to go on this.
I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want.
Well, I've got to revert to plan B here. A load of kids have just turned up on a school trip. I'll let them get out the way first and get up the hill. In the meantime, before we go on the cable car, let's go and take a look at the town. So from the main road, you've got to cross this footbridge, cast iron footbridge across the river. But they have like a lot of canoeing and stuff like that here. If you can just make out down there, they have like competitions going on and stuff. It reminds me similar of a place in Wales called Llangollen. We've been coming here for years on the motorbikes. It's a lovely place. It's a cracking destination if you're a biker or anyone in general, really. So Matlock Bath started off as a lead mining settlement, and the people that lived there had two choices: either go into farming or go into the mines. Back in medieval times, the springs of Derbyshire were considered by many to be holy wells. Now the Bath springs at Matlock weren't noted until the 17th century. There was a couple of generations of a local wealthy family. They used to lie on the rock where the thermal springs used to occur. It wasn't until 1698 that springs were controlled and a small bathhouse was built. But as more and more bathhouses were built over the years, by the early 19th century it was a popular destination for the rich gentry, and it became a fashionable spa. And then the Heights of Abraham, that was a big attraction for them as well. So let's take a walk down the high street.
I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show.
It's a very traditional place, this, with all the arcades and ice cream parlours and stuff like that. And some of the arcades sell some of these old tin plate signs. They're obviously not original, but they look good in your man cave, some of these. I always love the old car and motorbike ones. The old steam trains and stuff. That's a cracker there, Triumph, look at that, that's nice.
Here we go. You can take me there
And look at these beautiful koi car. Proper chilled out fish then.
never really know what's going on.
Look at him here, chunky monkey. Like I said, it's a popular destination this for bikers. So should have come on my bike really. So you can see up there on the hillside all the houses which are built into it. Very nice. Now, even though this isn't a seaside town, this is one of the best places to get fish and chips. This is Jubilee Bridge, 1887. But this is old. I love these old types of bridges, me. See, they weren't put in with a machine, they were put in with a hammer then, definitely. And it's still here. Oh, here we go. So it's manufactured by the Butterley Company, 1887. Now this used to be a place for the rich to come when there wasn't many roads, and then as the years went on the roads got better, and then they built a railway in the late 1800s, and that then brought more and more people in, and it also brought a lot of factory workers in from the surrounding cities, and there was reports of mass parties and brawls and fights and riots and, you know, vandalism and all kinds of that sort of thing. So, you know, nothing's really changed, has it, today? Oh, look at this, is an old bandstand. Should have brought me drum kit, really. I could have made me petrol money back home busking. Hello, Matlock, are you ready to rock? Oh, I don't know what I've got myself into here. This looks dodgy, this. I've only got my trainers on. Looks like a dead end, this. That was clever. There was a sign here saying, in the interest of safety, it is advisable not to pass beyond this point. So you can imagine back in the day when all the well-to-do people, the well-off people used to come in their horse and cart and stuff like that, with the butler and all the servants, and come here for a holiday. And then when they built the railway, all the riff-raff moved in and took over. But it's nice today, it really is. There's a picture of all the men off to the Great War. And then Bath's first fatal casualty. If you just have a look at how young some of these lads were. There's a guy up there, 18. 23, married and one son. There's a guy over there, just up the top there, killed in action on the 22nd of October 1916, aged 23. Even some of the older blokes as well. That one there, he died of his wounds because he was gassed. He was only 39, born in Matlock. Picture up here of some of the soldiers with what looks like their girlfriends. They must be ready to go to war. I wonder how many of them didn't return. So in this little building here, you've got like a bench you can sit on, just gather your thoughts and realise how lucky you are not to be at war. Now, I initially parked my car in the Heights of Abraham car park. The young lady on the desk said to me, you can't park there, you've got to park in the car park in the railway station. So I took my car down, and a young lady come over to me and said, do you want this spare ticket? It's got till 3 o'clock on it. I went, absolutely, I'll have that. Nice one. Considering it's only 12 o'clock. So hopefully 3 hours I'll be here, done here.
just come forward now, thank you. Okay. So we're going to do on the first one, if you walk all the way around the outside, okay?
Okay. Okay, cheers. Well, I'm on. It's pretty high this, so it's a good job. I'm actually okay with heights. Well, I've managed to get into a car on my own, which is good. So I can talk and talk and talk. There we go. Onwards and upwards, as they say. See, that's the part which freaks people out really, going over the rollers. But these are engineered to death, these things.
I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. If all the things you never show, there are the things I want to know.
So you get halfway up and it stops, obviously to let people on the other cars down below. But while you're up here, the wind gets up really bad and then the thing starts swaying. But I think I'm a little bit of a height junkie because I actually love it, I don't mind it.
Losing almost all my energy.
You can just see the car behind us, how much they sway. I think that's what puts people off really.
The only one who speaks, it's all the things
Right, cheers mate.
Take it on the right hand side.
Thank you. Well, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't as windy as I thought it was going to be. So once you're at the top of the hill, this is what you're looking at. So they've got a bit of an amphitheatre going on here, so they've obviously put plays on for people in the height of the summer, I should imagine. So I've come into the Vista Bar and Restaurant up on the top of the hill. It does some really nice food. So I've gone for potted tea, obviously. I've gone for the soup of the day, which is carrot and red pepper. Sounds nice. And then I've gone for the main chicken Caesar salad. So can't wait for that. The most important thing, the tea's arrived. So you can see how high we are just there. No wonder they had to put a cable car into this place. So what's the verdict on this soup then? Let's have a little taste. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, that. So this is Jubilee Tower. This was built to take advantage of the panoramic views. It was also built to give workers jobs who lost their jobs in the lead industry. So I'm now standing at the top of the Jubilee Tower, which is on top of the hill. So these Jubilee Towers seem to be built all over the place. This was built in 1844. It's also being built using local stone as well. So if you come up here, just watch these steps because they're massively steep. Now there's an exhibition you can go in, it gives you all the history of the place and all about the industry and stuff like that. Let's all have a look at this. Now I don't know what it is, but these places kind of freak me out with all these mannequins. It's very 17th century, all that. This is all the different eras. Now believe it or not, 300 million years ago Britain was underwater and apparently it was tropical. It's like the Caribbean or something. When the water subsided, loads of caves and caverns were made. And then with the Ice Age, that eroded them even further. And then you got like springs and stuff like that. Now I believe the Romans were the first people to discover the lead in this area and start mining it. The only reason they know that is because there's a piece of lead knocking around somewhere around these parts and it's got Roman inscription on it. Now there's a little cave tour that you can go on. So let's go and take a look at that. So your ticket for your cable car, that includes a guided tour of the caves. So these caves were obviously once full of lead, and you can walk through them now because all the lead's been taken out back to the rock. But the guy who does the tour, or the people who do the tour, they're really knowledgeable, and some of the stuff just blew my mind what they were talking about from 300 million years ago. I won't go into all that now because it's not for everyone, but I found it really interesting. As soon as you step into the cave, the temperature just drops to about 6 degrees apparently. Now I was speaking to the guy and he said that the temperature maintains the same even throughout the winter. Some of the things you find out on these tours are just amazing. So up until 1963, bread was actually made using lead. So what they used to do, they used to grind the wheat with lead to turn it white, to make white bread. And they stopped that practice up until 1963. Now apparently the insanity rate has gone down since 1963. So what does that tell you? Now I believe lead's only poisonous when it becomes atomised. So obviously that's why they took it out of paint and, you know, petrol, things like that. So after being down that lead mine, it was quite cold down there, and obviously when you get a little bit way down, it starts warming up because you're going up and down stairs and getting your body going. So after coming out of that lead mine there, it's absolutely tropical out here because it's freezing down there and you don't half notice the difference. But anyway, that was dead interesting that. So I'm going to head back down to the cable car now. You probably need all day in this place to actually discover everything. There's loads of things to do, places to eat. That tour is brilliant. You want to get on that if you can do. Anyway, I'm going to head back down on the cable car and give you a bit of history on that as well. So back in the early 80s, the town started to struggle as more and more people started to go abroad for the holidays. And a trek up the Heights of Abraham wasn't so appealing. Now added to this, British Rail had plans to close the railway line from Derby. So in 1983, with the help of a French company, a cable car system was planned and built by the opening season of 1984. So this only took them a year to complete, working right through the winter. They also needed helicopter assistance during the build. Well, that was Matlock Bath and the Hills of Abraham. Now, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I've had a great day. Once again, thanks for watching. My name's Andy, and I'll see you in the next video.